Hi there, this is Sid, and today we shall be trying to solve a SQL problem from StrataScratch. The title of the problem is Marketing Campaign Success. The ID of the problem is 514 and it's a hard problem. So let us first try to understand what the problem is trying to ask us, and then we shall try to solve the problem. So we shall start by looking at the input table. So the input table is here. It consists of 5 columns. The first column is the user ID, the unique identifier of each user. The second column is created at. So this essentially captures the date on which the user visited an app. The third column is the product ID. So this is the ID of the product that the user purchased on this particular day. So 101 may be a shaving cream, or maybe oil, or whatever that he purchased, and the other two are quantity and price, not of much consequence. So what is the problem trying to ask us? So this table is created every time the user visits an app and makes some purchase. Now, after a user has visited that app for the first time and left the app, for that day, on the next day, the app will kick off a marketing campaign targeting him. And if this person, the same user, comes back on a subsequent day to that app and makes some other purchase, by other purchase I mean some other product than the one that he purchased on the first day, then this user will be considered to be a success case for this marketing campaign. And it is easy to see why, right? Because user came on day 1, made some purchase whose product ID was 101. Then the next day, the marketing campaign was kicked off targeting this user. And then later on, the user again came back to this app and purchased something which is different from what he purchased on the first day. That means he was triggered by the marketing campaign to come back and make a fresh purchase. And this question is trying to capture the success of the marketing campaign, and that is captured by the number of such users who returned to the app and made purchases which are different from what they had purchased on the first day. So let us proceed with the solution now. Now we shall carry out the solution in a sequence of very simple steps, and each step will be captured in a CTE. So this is my first step. Step 0, I call it the first step. So what I shall be trying to do is, I shall try to, for each user, I shall try to sort the purchase dates, which is the same as created at, this column, created at column. So I shall try to sort it by that column, right? So here is the CTE to do that. This is my CTE. What is this doing? It is gathering all the columns plus one more column. This is a window function, dense rank. So it is assigning a dense rank, partitioning the data by the user ID. So think of this table being divided into multiple chunks, where each chunk has the same user ID, and then within that chunk I am ordering it by the created at column, and I'm calling this new column purchase day rank. So let us see what this CTE looks like. Quickly run this code. So you can see here the user ID 10, he came to this website on 3 different occasions. First on the 1st of Jan, then 2nd of Jan, and then 31st of March. And he made purchase of these products, product 101, 119, and 111, right? Similarly, the second user ID 11, came on 2 days, 2nd Jan and 31st March, and made purchase of 2 different products, 105 and 120. So if we understood the problem correctly, we can readily see that users 10 and 11 are success cases for the marketing campaign. Similarly, user 12 is also a success case. User 13 is also a success case. So is 14, 15. Yeah, most of them seem to be successful cases here. I don't see any user who revisited the app but did not buy something different. So all of these do look like success cases here so far. Yeah, I don't see any failed cases. Maybe I'm missing that. I'm just eyeballing. Anyway, so what is the second step? The second step is to use the city that we have just created to find out the activity of each user on the first day. So let me have a look at this one. So this is just a subset of the previous city. It is simply capturing the activity of the user on the first day. So here it is. If you recall, user 10 had made 3 appearances. So you have only one entry for user 10 on the first day. Similarly, user 11 had made 2 appearances. You have one entry only for user 11 here on the first day, right? Now there will be one more CTE which we shall call later days CTE. This CTE will capture everything that each user did on the subsequent days other than the first day. So what does this one look like? This one looks like this. So again, user 10 had made 3 appearances in all. So apart from the first day, there are 2 more appearances. User 11 had made 2 appearances in all. So apart from the first day, there is only 1 appearance, and so on and so forth. So now we have all the basic ingredients, the CTEs that we need to arrive at the solution. And we shall see how to solve this problem now. So what do we really want to do at this point? We want to look at the later day CTE and pick out all those user IDs who were not present on the first day purchasing the same product. They of course will be on the first day, but they would have to purchase something else on the first day. Otherwise, they are not successful cases for the marketing campaign, right? So how do I do that? I take the later day CTE as my left table and then left join it with the first day CTE. So basically I'm saying later day CTE, left join first day CTE. And I'm trying to find out the analogous cases from the first day CTE. So how to find out the analogous cases? I simply use the joining keys user ID and product ID. So up to this, you are essentially getting all the rows from the later day CTE, but also the columns from the first day CTE, and you are trying to match them by using the user ID and the product ID. So if a user ID and product ID combination is present in the first day as well, that means that customer does not represent a success of the marketing campaign. Only those customers will represent a success of the marketing campaign for whom the user ID product ID combination is present in the later day but absent on the first day. So for that, we have to put this extra where clause. We could have used any column, does not matter. So we are basically saying that give me all the distinct users from the later days, but just make sure that those user ID product ID combinations are not present in the first day as well. That is achieved by using both user ID and product ID in the joining key and then saying that the first day does not contain the same user ID. So now let's run this final query and see what the output is. So we are getting 23. So there are 23 such customers who returned to that app, made a purchase, but a different one from what he had made on the first day. So this is our final answer. Thanks for watching this video. I'll come back with more videos of this kind. Stay tuned.